Shamir, you texted me, when was that, yesterday?
Yeah.
Or the day before, and you sent me a video of your forehand. I said, let me see you on the court. I can explain it better on the court because I can show you exactly. So what is your concern? You seem to be concerned with your forehand with topspin, is it? Explain to me what's going on.
No, I was just looking at an old video of mine and I realized that like I used to have
How old is it?
2017.
Okay, so it's pre-injury, okay.
Yeah, pre-injury, and
Yeah.
I noticed that like most of my finishes were pretty like here,
Down there,
Yeah,
like
but
around
now-
the elbow, you mean?
like right here.
There, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and now I noticed that all my finishes are always like up here.
Okay.
And it doesn't. I know that it's okay to have different. finishes
Where's
for
that
different
video? Show it to me.
balls.
The video you sent me, you have it?
Yeah, it's my phone.
Where is it?
On my phone.
Show me.
Oh,
I want to see it.
Oh, okay.
There you're hitting with topspin, right?
Yeah, I think so. Hope so. So I found a ball that I could do something with it. So I have a good upwards, you know.
Okay, so that was a lot of spin there. That was heavy topspin
Yeah.
right there. Now you see that the ball is higher, right?
Yeah, I'm going low to high.
Yeah.
Contact out in front.
Well, no, you see the ball is higher, right?
Then who? Then me? Or like in general?
No, the ball is a high ball. You,
Oh, right, yeah,
Go
yeah.
back, reverse the tape, and look where you're making contact.
Okay.
Take a look. Just freeze it right at contact. All right, keep going. Keep going. Stop right there. Where are you making contact at?
Shoulder height.
Okay, so that's a high ball, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so what happens a lot of times on the high balls is that you are changing the trajectory of the ball.
Okay.
And so you're not swinging upwards from there. You could do that. Nadal does it sometimes, but
You
most
reverse
players
it.
don't.
Yeah.
So what naturally happens on a high forehand, and we talked about this many times,
Yeah.
either it's a straight across style,
Yeah.
or it's a movement of the racket that goes downwards like this
Yeah.
to bring the ball down,
Okay.
right? So you get a high ball, and you're bringing the ball down, and you swing it. You're more likely to swing here because you hit a high ball.
Yeah, but now when that same ball, I'll finish around my neck.
How do you know that? You have that same ball now?
I feel like I always finish here.
No, you don't know. First of all, you don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah.
On that specific ball that you go there. But yes, your regular finish is not around the elbow there. Your regular finish is higher.
I have a higher finish, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but I think what I'm saying is a lot of my finishes, other than that video, I used to always finish like
But do you have
here.
proof for that? You just looked at that one forehand and you made a conclusion that all your
No,
forehand.
I could. I mean, maybe I have to look through all my other.
I don't
photos.
think so.
No, you think I was?
No. I don't think so. I'm telling you why on that specific forehand you finished lower.
Because of the height. It was right there,
Yes.
and I went to bring the ball down.
Right. So what I want you to do now is I'm going to feed you high balls and I'm going to see where you finish. You
Okay.
just hit it naturally. Don't force anything. And let's see what's going on.
Okay. But it doesn't really matter where I finish, right? You can finish here. You can finish here on a high ball. It's whatever you feel comfortable with your stroke, right?
Well, it's not that simple. It does matter where you finish. On a specific balls, that is.
Oh, no, on high balls. Like on high balls, I can finish here, or I can finish here.
You could finish.
Like
You
in this area is
could
okay.
finish a little bit higher. Yeah, that's true. But you could also finish lower if you're closer to the net. And
I'm closer
you
to
can
the
finish
net.
around the waist.
Then I can go down.
Well, you can go down. That's why it gets a little complex.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So okay.
Okay. But
Alright.
there's a regular finish, a bread and butter finish on your regular forehands.
Right.
That every player has a certain finish that they always have, but then every player will have to change their finish according to the situation they're in.
Okay.
Like for example, Roger Federer, like he has 4 or 5 different finishes.
Yeah.
He'll sometimes go like Rafa.
Yeah.
He'll go his regular way. He'll sometimes go around the waist.
Yeah.
And same for Djokovic, and actually same for Rafa, believe it or not.
all those guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take it higher. Go again. Take it higher. And now regular forehand, go cross court. Go ahead, put this one away, come. Let me do this, okay? I'm gonna give you some balls. I'm gonna move you around. You take these higher. Take them higher. Go again, take these higher. Go again, take these higher. Come on. Go again, take it higher. Come on. Shoulder height. Okay, you see the closer you get to the net, the more down,
Go down.
the more down the racket goes, the more you can change the trajectory.
Yeah.
Let's try it again. Hold. Again, come on. Smack that ball. hard. One more time, Shamir, come on. We're down. Much better, nice work. All right, now I want you to go cross court. I'm gonna change the height on you. I'm gonna use some low balls, some regular balls, and some high balls, okay?
Everything cross court?
Everything cross court, yep.
I want my forehand to be like a combination of like Delpo and Albania.
Your forehand is definitely more classic in a way where it is more flat than, let's say, like what you see on TV right now. It is definitely more of a flat forehand. Now, there's nothing wrong with a flat forehand, and it's a flat topspin forehand, so you are getting some spin on there.
Yeah.
And the important thing when it comes to the finish is that you finish all the way. How you finish is important in a way where you do have to change the finish according to the situation that you're in.
Right.
But on your bread and butter, you just have a muscle memory already.
Right.
You do it without being conscious of it.
Yeah,
you're not thinking about you finishing in the same place every time.
No.
On regular balls.
On regular.
Now, at the high level, players have hit all forehands a million times, and everything's intuitive. So even when they go here like this, they don't even think about it. It comes out by itself.
It's just, yeah.
When they get a high ball like you did, close to the net, and they swing down, that part they're not conscious of either, because they've done it a million times. It's in their muscle memory.
Right.
They go completely by feel and instinct. Now, when we talk about the recreational level, you don't have that same muscle memory stored, and some of these emergency type shots, some of these special situations have to be trained.
Right.
So a rec player will never on their own do a correct reverse forehand. This does need to be taught.
When to do it.
Right.
Right.
And some players have mistakes in their finish. They don't have a correct finish. Maybe they're using the wrist, maybe they have an incorrect swing path. There's all kinds of issues that can happen, but in the case of your forehand, you have a very clean forehand.
Okay.
The vast majority of the errors on your forehand happen because of your setup that's not good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how good your technique is.
Right.
If your setup is bad, you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, another big problem of yours is ball recognition.
Mm-hmm.
You don't recognize the ball enough. When you do see it, it's too late, and now you're forced to improvise.
Yeah.
And probably the number one cause of errors, and we'll talk about this a million times for you, is shot selection. You go for the kill too early, you go try to go down the line, the second ball in the rally. We'll talk about this many times, so shot selection.
Right.
So I think when you look at yourself playing and you get too focused on technique, a lot of players get kind of lost in technique land.
Right. It's like,
and they see something that kind of looks cool that they did.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that forehand that you hit, that you showed me at that, looked cool, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's not a bad looking forehand.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
But you're taking it out of context.
Right. Not. Yeah.
Yeah, you showed me and I asked you what's different about this forehand. You didn't know. You thought it was just like any other forehand, but indeed you took the ball at the shoulder height and you swung down on it.
Right.
And you did the same thing here when we were just practicing.
Right.
Without even trying to.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't fall into the trap of getting lost in technique world.
Yeah, I need to get in footwork world.
Yeah, you already know how to do a proper finish.
Yeah.
So, but I got to do one more test. I got to put you on the defense. Okay, so stand right here in the middle. Okay, good. Well, this one. Come, Shamir. Come. All right, so when you play defense, you saw that naturally this one, the reverse finish, comes out by itself.
Is that because I'm not getting to the ball? I think it's a combination because my legs aren't there, so I'm compensating by
the number one reason why players do reverse finish is they catch the ball a little bit later than usual. So when you catch the ball a little bit later, more behind, with the dominant shoulder slightly behind, naturally players will swing here out of necessity to get the ball in play. If they didn't disregard their shot selection and blasted the ball, they would miss. So that's what naturally happened as an intention to keep the ball in.
Yeah.
When you're a little bit behind, instead of trying to plow through it this way, you're going to push on it, you're going to steer the ball. So what they do instead, when they catch it a little bit further back than usual, they naturally go this way and put a lot of spin on there.
Yeah, I felt like when you gave me those deep balls, I'm just trying to like roll it to the cross court.
You're just getting it back in play. You're doing a correct shot. It's a correct shot selection in those circumstances.
Right.
That's very good. Now, people confuse this shot with the Rafa forehand. This shot is completely different from a Rafa forehand because this is a purely defensive shot that all players do.
Right.
Even Federer, even Djokovic.
Yeah.
Nadal does the buggy whip
here.
forehand as an offensive shot. When he's striking the ball perfectly in front in
Right.
aggressive positions, that's when he goes up because he wants to get the most amount of topspin possible.
And he goes mid-court too, or mid.
He will sometimes go there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
mostly
I
when
see.
mostly when he's practicing, because his coaches are very encouraging that to finish the regular way, because people have this stigma against the reverse finish, against his finish.
Yeah.
There's a stigma, even in his coaching camp, believe it or not. I've seen tape of Tony teaching Nadal the linear swing path. I've seen this from Djokovic's coach too. So you think that some of these teaching methods that make no sense, like the linear swing path and all that,
Yeah.
are applied only at the recreational level? No. Even the GOATs get these tips. Now they play by feel and instinct, and they,
Yeah,
even though they might be hearing that, when it comes match time, they play by feel and instinct. So when
Yeah.
Rafa is practicing, you'll see him swing a lot more here because he's probably being encouraged to.
Yeah.
But when it comes match time, you'll see him very rarely go here.
Yeah, you probably can get more bite on the, well, not bite, but he probably can get a heavier ball if he finishes here than if he's
Well,
over.
see, you're completely buying into the stigma of it. Why are you saying that?
Well,
You're saying that Nadal could hit a better forehand, and that's what you're basically saying. If he finished a different way. So if you were coaching Nadal, you would be like, what
well,
he...
no, I'm saying, okay, this is my question. Is it harder to hit the ball flat if you hit a reverse finish, or if you finish here? If you're trying to hit a flatter ball.
if you're trying to hit a ball flat,
Yeah, let's say you're like,
flatten it out,
yeah, would it be harder to have a good flat ball finish?
it would be very hard to hit the ball flat and finish like Rafa does.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying for that ball that's a kill ball. If he flattens it out and he finishes here, it'd be easier than if he's just doing a reverse forehand, trying to flatten it out and go like that.
Well, first of all, you're making the mistake of calling his forehand a reverse forehand. It's not. Because a reverse forehand is a defensive forehand.
Well, I mean, the finish over the...
It's a buggy whip forehand, the Rafa forehand.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
It's possibly the most aggressive forehand in the history of tennis.
yeah.
Federer, Nadal, I would include now Alcaraz as a great forehand too. Those are maybe some of the best forehands in the history of tennis.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Nadal's maybe the most destructive weapon in the history of tennis, and you think there's something wrong with it because
No, I'm not saying wrong
you
with it,
have
I'm saying-
a stigma against it, just like everybody else, thinking that there's something wrong with going like this, like he does.
Yeah.
Because you are associating this with a reverse forehand, which it's not what that is. It's a completely different shot. So
Right.
when you hit those forehands there,
That's a reverse forehand.
that's a defensive shot.
Is that not a reverse?
Like no, that's a reverse forehand, the one that you
okay,
hit.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
do you think Nadal is hitting defensive forehands when he's playing at his best?
No, he's hitting like...
The most offensive forehands you've ever seen.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you think he could be hitting it better if he finished a little bit more here, right?
Well, I'm not saying better. I'm saying he could hit it more flat, maybe. And that was a question. I wasn't saying that. I was
He
questioning.
does do that sometimes
Yeah.
in certain circumstances. He'll flatten the ball, or when he's closer in the court and the ball's a little bit higher, he won't wrap it around his head. He'll change the trajectory of the ball and go the regular way.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about one of the greatest forehands of all time, what you have to do, I'm saying you, I'm saying everyone.
Yeah,
What I've done with intuitive tennis, when I built my methodology, I take how the greatest players of all time play and I set their technique as the benchmark of how tennis is played
Yeah.
in the most optimal way. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
Now,
or-
I could approach it the way and say, well, listen, I'm an intuitive tennis guy. I'm going to take these guys like Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, WTA players like Halep, Osaka, Swiatek. I'm going to take their games apart and I'm going to say like what they're doing wrong and how they could be playing better.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't align with whatever my teaching methodology is,
Yeah.
that's not how intuitive tennis works. Intuitive tennis takes the best techniques in the world,
Yeah.
applies these techniques as the benchmark of how tennis is played in the optimal way. Now, it's important to set the right context because what's so special about Rafa? Like, he grew up on clay and he's the ultimate clay court warrior.
Yeah. He's the.
So it is to his best interest to hit the forehand like he does and apply the most amount of spin. What else? He's a lefty too.
Yeah.
So when he hits to a righty's backhand and he has that much spin on the ball, he was able to dismantle maybe the greatest player of all time, Federer,
Yeah.
with these topspin shots. So it makes sense in the context of who he is as a player
Yeah.
to play like that.
Yeah.
But people don't think it's good.
No,
They-
I'm not saying it's bad.
I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you what people think.
People think it's bad that he does the reverse, like, or not the reverse, but the finish.
Of course they do.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's won 21 Grand Slams. It's
Exactly.
Not, it's
Now-
not a bad.
Now you think in the right way.
Yeah.
All right. You understand?
Yeah. I was just saying, like, for example, the midcourt ball. He's
Yeah.
not gonna hit. He's not gonna finish over his head if he's putting a ball away in midcourt, right?
When he's putting the ball away in the midcourt, he will still go around his head, depending
will?
on the circumstance.
Oh, okay.
He'll sometimes won't when the ball's a little bit higher and
Yeah.
he's mid-court. When the ball's higher and he's baseline, he'll still go here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, let's rally a little bit and see what the forehand looks like out of a rally. You come back to me, okay?
Okay, because they're like aliens from outer space. They're just like at a completely different, you know what I mean? It's
Well,
not
you
even-
can take the fundamentals of techniques that they all have in common. That's what I was able to establish through all my research. Things
Yeah.
that all high-level players have in common.
Right.
Not only Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, but everyone.
Everyone.
High level has.
Yeah.
They all have certain fundamentals in common, and it's those fundamentals that I teach for the recreational level, which turns out to be the optimal way to play tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put me on that side?
What
This?
people get confused with is style versus fundamentals.
Right.
For example, Federer's straight arm and Federer's extension of the arm prior to the forward phase on the forehand.
Yeah, that's just a stylistic
That's
thing.
stylistic,
That doesn't matter.
based on genetic predispositions.
Right.
So, and that's what people get obsessed with, and that's not a fundamental element.
Right. That's not exactly. Yeah.
That's a stylistic element.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Come on, let's rally a little bit. Good. There it is, a reverse forehand. Go again. Come on. Don't slap it. Come on, Shamir. Come on, Shamir. Come on, no mistakes. That was going long. That's a slap shot. Sometimes the wrist is a little bit active here, okay? Make sure you're not slapping the ball like you're slapping somebody across the face, okay? You gotta caress the ball. Don't slap the ball, caress it, okay?
Last one I slapped, right?
Yes.
Do you notice that's when my air comes? When I'm tired or?
That's very common. When you get a little tired,
Yeah, I just like
well, the arm starts working in isolation. The body's not part of the shot. And it's very common that you get more slap happy
yeah.
when you're tired and out of position. It's very common.
When
It's
I'm
okay.
tired, I'm out of position, I slap.
Yeah. Here we go. Come on. The reason why you can't keep the ball in play is you're hitting way too hard. Slow down the pace a little bit. You're making too many mistakes. Come on. Control the ball. Good, Shamir. Nice rally.
That was a lower level pace, right?
It's not lower level pace. It's a higher level pace. Okay? When you hit with high pace and you're missing every other shot, that's low level tennis.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Low percentage tennis, yeah.
No, it's low level. That's garbage tennis.
On garbage too, yeah.
Yeah? When you call this lower level tennis when you are slowing down, that's not it. It's higher level tennis. You got to keep the ball in play, man. Hitting hard means nothing if the ball is going out every other time. Good. Good. Good, Shamir. Try. Beautiful save there. Nice. That's a slap shot. Come on. Apply spin. Again. Don't slice so much. Give me a regular backhand. Good. Go. I'll back it up, Shamir. Got two more.
Okay.
Last two. Match point. Follow it in, kill. Ah!
Oh, hit it out.
Hold not around, man. You got to be punished for that. Here we go. Good. Good defense, Shamir. Come on. Good footwork.
I'm really tired, Nick.
All right, keep going, man. Keep going. Hang in there. Good. Slap it. Come on, don't slap. Let's do it again. It's a slap shot. Don't hit so freaking hard, man. What's the point? What's the point of hitting hard like that? You're going to miss a lot. Slow down 20%. Keep the ball in play. Earn the right to hit hard. You don't have the right to hit hard.
You're right.
If you're making one mistake after the other, get the ball in play. Come on. And then slowly your confidence will grow. You'll start increasing the powers little by little. It's the only way to do it. I want to see a 5-ball rally, at least one.
1,
Come.
2,
Come.
3, 4, 5.
Keep going. Come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. Come on. Keep going. Come on. Come on. You earn the right to go hard. You earn the right to go hard. Go hard, my friend. There you go. Shamir, you came here worried about like and you were looking at videos and you were lost in technique world, and now you're experiencing the real training.
So
This is what you should be worried about.
footwork.
These are the things that are going to make a difference, not how you finish. You already know how to finish. What's going to make a difference is you not missing, not slapping the ball, footwork, and increasing your stamina.
Yeah.
Okay, all these things are related. The reason why you miss so much is partially because of your ball recognition, your setup, and now because you haven't played so long, your stamina is also a question mark. So this is what the majority of your focus should be on.
Intensity.
Exactly, on all these things I just mentioned.
Yes.
Most importantly, controlling the errors, earning the right to go hard, keeping the ball in play, and then you are slowly going to grow the confidence to go harder, and you're going to earn your right to go hard.
Right.
All right, and should be your focus, and not the finish. The finish is fine.
That doesn't matter.
The finish is fine, my friend. Well, we did probably like a half hour of rallying, and now of course what time is it? It's 2 o'clock, so it's super humid, super hot. The weather is rough, but this is the type of training that you need. You need to be tested. You have to increase your intensity, because who tells you you're not going to have 20 ball rallies when you play a match? You will. So you got to prepare yourself for that. But again, like, you're doing better. Our last session, when we played points, that was maybe some of the best tennis you've ever played.
Yeah.
And I thought you played pretty well today too.
Okay.
You were getting a little too excited and hitting too hard.
Right.
So we corrected that. And
Yeah.
that last rally, when we got like 10 in a row, it was absolutely phenomenal. You saw how good you were hitting?
That was the goal, to get there.
And by the way, it wasn't that much slower. It wasn't. It was maybe 20% slower.
20% slower,
It's
yeah.
still,
That's enough. That's all you
it's
need.
still hard, the balls you were hitting.
Right.
They're not like
Placement and
you're not pushing them in.
consistency.
Exactly.
Right.
So you're on the right path, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Nice work, man.
Keep going. I'm done.
Nice work.
Okay.
No, not keep going today. Just
Okay.
generally, we're going to
Yeah.
keep going, okay?
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm done right now.